Hey guys, it's me, Liz from Elizabeth's Flosstube. So, last week I messed up. I don't know if you guys saw. So I noticed the last couple times I uploaded from my iPad, it was going faster to upload, even home. Like I didn't have to go anywhere and use the Wi-Fi. So I thought about it and I'm like, man, I haven't uploaded my video yet. I'm gonna see if it'll upload from my phone faster now, all of a sudden. So I went on YouTube, hit the plus sign, grabbed the video, threw it up there, and didn't think anything of it. And it actually went up pretty quick, went up that within like, I don't know, 3 hours or something. And I didn't notice until like the next day when I went to go back and see if I'd shown something or something. And I'm like, but in my iMovie where you edit the videos, there wasn't one for number 34. And I'm like, but I know I did it. No, I did not. So I never even edited it to begin with, to download to my phone, to upload to YouTube. So, so this time I will show you the things that I didn't actually show you last time, even though I talked about it. So first thing is first. So I'm doing my Mania different. I'm doing mine as a restart Mania. So I have 3 projects that I have restarted, and they were ones that, 2 of them are ones I stopped a long time ago and was going to restart because I had started them on 14 count and I wanted to start them over on 18 count. So that's 2 of them that are older. And then the last time I was working on the giant Harry Potter by Clouds Factory, I decided I wanted to restart that one over too. So I have 3 big projects to restart. Hold on, I will be right back. Sorry. We had Maggie in her room because she was throwing a fit. So she decided she was ready to actually eat her dinner. So restart. So then the giant Harry Potter, I just decided I wanted to start it over on a different colored Ada. So last week when I showed them to you, I was supposed to show where I had originally stopped and then where I got to, but I never did the editing, so you guys didn't see where they were when I stopped. Now, I have not touched these guys all week, so there's no progress. So it's exactly where they were last week. So let's see. I'm going to show you Merida because it's right here. Hold on. Whoops. I'm sorry. Bumped the clip-on thingy. Okay, so Merida. Last week when I started it, I did 309 stitches. And that's just 2 colors in the very middle. This is her belt. I think that holds like her quiver of arrows. So here's where it was originally when I stopped and decided I was going to start it over on the 14 count, and it was just 14 count black. And then this is 18 count, and it's I think it was called like Midnight Blue. It's from Giraldi's, I think, on Etsy. Like I got the fabric and everything right after I decided to start it over, but I never did it. I think it's Giraldi's. So here is where I got that day. That was just one day, 309 stitches. So there's 2 colors of brown there. Now I did pick this up yesterday or the day before, and I was just gonna bring it downstairs and just work on it. And I did not. I picked up something else instead. So that's one of the restarts. And then, oh, the other two are over here. Oh, let's see if I can do this without hitting the arm. Okay, so the other one is my 1920s Art Deco lady that is from the Bibsters on Etsy. I love Art Deco stuff. I don't know if you can tell, my bed is a 1920s bed. It's a waterfall. And it's a set, so I have a vanity, the bed, which is a headboard and footboard, and then a tall dresser, and they're waterfalls, so they have like that arch. It's fine, whatever. I do like Art Deco stuff. So when I saw her, I had to have her. But I was doing her on 14 count white because it's full coverage. I figured I don't need anything other than white. Well, you could see the white through the stitches. So I had to use 3 strands to get the coverage I needed, but then I was going to eat even more floss than I was already going to use. So I decided I was going to start it over. And I was going to dye my own fabric, but I ended up getting, well, I did dye it. It just didn't work out the way I wanted it. So my plan was to get gray fabric or dye my own gray fabric so I don't have to stitch the dark gray, because this is the pattern. So the dark gray around the moon is all stitched. It's like 8,000 stitches. So I got gray fabric so I don't have to stitch those. So here's where it was when I decided I was going to start it over. And here is where I got to. Now this I worked on for 2 days. The first day was 97 stitches, and then the second day was 803. So here is where I got to. Like I said, I already showed you guys, but I figured since I didn't actually put those other pictures in. So the first day I did 2 of these white swoops, and then the second day I did everything else. So all of this in the background would have been stitched dark gray, but I didn't want to stitch all that. So that's the second one. And then the third one is the giant Harry Potter. This is by Cloud's Factory. I don't think I said what the fabric was called last time. It is Black Magic from Vintage Needle Arts, 18 count. I hadn't seen anybody else do this pattern on dark fabric, and I wanted to see what it looked like. So this is what I did. So now this one, I had done a lot of stitches on this one. I think I had like 15,000 stitches in it already when I decided I didn't want to keep going. I wanted to start it over. So I did the middle part first. Here's the picture of the middle part. And then when I finished that part, I scrolled to the top and started the top. And then here's where the top of the pattern is and where I stopped. And then this is my piddly little restart because I had trouble and had to pick it out and then stitch the exact same thing again. So this is as far as I got on this one. It's like 68 stitches, just that little bit of red, but it does look really nice on this black or this dark fabric. So I will work on it. I just didn't get the motivation. So like I said, didn't touch those all week. At one point I was going to pick up Merida, and then I didn't because I didn't really want to bring everything downstairs because she takes 2 floss rings because there's so many colors. So I didn't really want to bring that down. And then same thing with Harry Potter. It takes 2 rings. I didn't want to bring everything down. So the big thing, last weekend, I put together the swing set. It took 2 days. The first day, it was like rainy and cold. So I got the main framework of the little playhouse part. And here's a picture of the end of the first day's progress. This is Saturday. I was out there probably from 7 off and on until like dinner time. 7 a.m. in the morning to about, I don't know, 6 at night. off and on whenever it would not be raining. And then Sunday, I did everything else. And when we got up, it was still pretty cold. Well, it was like 50, but it was still like cold. And I worked on it from 7, maybe 8 o'clock in the morning. I went out and started working on it by myself until I got to the point where I needed help, because I was to the point where I would have had to been getting up and down the ladder, again, up and down the ladder, up and down the ladder, up and down the ladder. So I finally had my mom come out and she handed me the wood pieces. So the second day I got it finished, and that was Mother's Day. And you'd think, well, don't you want to do nothing on Mother's Day? Actually building things, I was super excited to get it done. So that was a big day, both days. So it was like, I didn't stitch much those 2 days. So Saturday was the day I filmed, and I worked on that Harry Potter. And then I also worked on my Myths and Legends, which I think I left downstairs. Yep, I left it downstairs. I only did 95 stitches. I got one of the apples done. I'll just put a picture in, because I'm not going to go all the way down there just to grab it. It's not much progress. Like I said, I think it was one, maybe 1.5 apples. And the next section, it's, and then after that, so all week last week, when I was at work, I stitched on nothing but Maggie's flower ring. And so last week, I had the big sunflower done, and that was it. It took me all week to get the sunflower done. So this week, I've worked on that every day. So I have a whole bunch of progress on that. Let's see, I'll have to move this so you can see. One of these hanging threads is just, I made like a stitched line so I knew what the middle part was, where the words were going to be. So I would make sure that I got my name centered. And then the other one is a part thread. So here's where it was last week with just the sunflower, the big sunflower, because there's other ones. And here is where I got to. So this is supposed to be like a wedding thing. So it's like Amy and George or whatever, and then your wedding date. But she gives you a bunch of different letter charts, so you can pick the style lettering you want, and then you can chart your own name and date. So I charted Magdalena Rose Huff, and then this is her birthday. Magdalena is going to go over, like, there's the other flowers are up here where Magdalene would be, and it's going to go over where those flowers are, so I have to do her name first. But it's full coverage, the part that's stitched. So this is ecru in here. And I also did these yellow dots on the other side too. You just can't see them. Because I had to scooch over the Q-snap. But, so this is what I've been working on all week at work, and sometimes right after work. But I did 547 one day, or Monday, 177 Tuesday, 178 Wednesday, Thursday, 231, and then today I did, I don't know, 200 stitches, I think. I did this brown and some of this brown. And then once I get the other part of green over here, I'll be able to fill this in. The beige part, or the ecru. So that's like 2 weeks worth of work right there. So I think I'm about ready for a break on that one. Then I have a new start. So I'm in a Facebook group because I saw someone had started this. Oh, here it is. I see it. It's a Bluey stitch along, and it's free. And I love Bluey. Maggie loves Bluey too, but I love Bluey. I love that the parents get involved. Like, the parents just, like, when the kids do things, the parents go along with it. Like, I think it's great. It's a rough one. She's done so good all week. I think since she knew it was her teacher's last day, I think that's what did it today. And it's Friday the 13th, so so the Bluey stitch along, I started it because I wanted to. So this is my start. So obviously you get the frame, and then every day for this month they're releasing a new character to put in the frame. So I'm working on the outline of the frame. I did 307 stitches the first day. That was my day off on Tuesday. And then yesterday I did 57 stitches, and today I've done, I don't know, 250, 300 stitches. I don't know. So here we go. And then, so here's what it'll look like, the frame when it's done. And then this is where I got to. So I'm working on this line. I'm going to take it across. Well, I'm going to take it, go up, and then go across, and then go up. And then I'll come over here and go down and, you know, do it. But this is the Damsonberry from Fabric Flare. So it's a printed fabric. It's white on the back. So I thought that would look really good. And this was exactly half of my piece of Damsonberry. So I have another half. Super pretty, and it's sparkly. So that's pretty cool. So that's it. That's my whips. Nothing else. Boy, she's barking and barking. I'll be back and we'll get into haul. I'm gonna see what's going on down there. I'll be right back. So haul. I'm gonna have to remember to delete that one I just filmed because she is just being obnoxious. I don't really have a lot that I have in my hands. Most of my stuff is not here yet. So one thing I got this cross stitch accessory, like a project accessory thing. So it's like this, it opens up. It's got the fleecy stuff for thread bed, and then it's got like pockets for your scissors or whatever. And there's a magnet right here, so you can put your needle minder or needles, I guess, but they used really not good magnets. They use like craft store magnets, so they're like this thick. They're big and black, but they're not very strong. So, and then like this isn't, like where the snaps are is not lined up. I just not impressed. I was excited about this and it'll work. It's just, I feel like they need to up their game a little bit. And then for the squirrel, if I could pick it up, the squirrel that I got, it is a Cottage Garden Samplings. I got the squirrel. It's called Gathering Acorns. And my mom loves squirrels, so I got this. Now it calls for maple syrup in this part of the squirrel, and I couldn't get maple syrup where it wouldn't be just as much for shipping for the 2 things of maple syrup. But so I got this toffee instead, and I don't know if it's gonna work. It might be too gold, but we'll see. I just don't know. I think I'm just gonna get the maple syrup and use this for something else. Because this is more of a gold color, gold and bronze. I don't know. So that's that. And then for the Bluey stitch along, I had about half of the floss it calls for the entire thing. So I went ahead and got the rest that I needed. It's like 18 colors, but that's not just the frame, that's all of the characters and everything. And then the other thing I got was, since I had to go and get those fabric or flosses, I got a new Autumn Lane Stitchery pattern because I think it just came out. It's called My Little Minnow. So I got the DMC for this, except the pink I got red wine from Hand Dyed by Rolanda to be my pink. And I got, I think, enough to do that picture with those mermaids. And then I have another mermaid picture. So that's the red wine. I was going to use Jelly Shoes from Night Stalker Calling, but I don't think they had any more. So I'm going to get this instead. And then this pattern. Hold on. Sorry. Mom's friend came over. So there's the Curious Mermaid and My Little Minnow, which My Little Minnow just came out. And then I also have, where's the Curious Mermaid? This is the Curious Mermaid. So I'm gonna do the same thing, same pink for the mermaid, the boat, and the anchor. And then for this outside thing, it's dark blue. Well, I got Peacock originally from Night Stalker Calling, but they don't have it anymore, or they're out of it. So what I'm gonna do is do my own blend, and it's 37.50 and 38.08. So this, it's like a dark blue kind of denim-y color, and then this one is teal. So I'm gonna blend those together to make my color and see how that works. So, and then for this one, she's got this gold jewelry, and then these things. I'm gonna use gold étoile. And then these are the other colors. So that's that. So now I do have something else that's quite interesting. I ordered, it's really annoying. I ordered stuff like a month ago from Black Needle Society. They only just now shipped today. So it's a little annoying. So I ordered the Frogworks Year 1, the Monster Mash Bitsy Keep, the Clockwork Wheel Organizer, and a Steampunk Heart Needle Minder. Like I said, I ordered April 21st. It is now May 13th, and they only just now shipped. But I also made an order with Fiberlicious, and I got a lot of stuff. But since two of the things are like pre-orders, they're for treasure trove boxes, you don't get your order until that box is ready to be shipped out. That way they don't have to ship multiple things. So the last thing that will ship is the Gamer cross-stitch treasure trove. It was a lot. So I got the Gamer cross-stitch treasure trove, and then the Candyman, which is not like a scary one, it's Willy Wonka. So these two are pre-orders, and the one that's farthest out is June 15th is when they will ship. But then I also got a ton of different flosses of hers. So I got Cotton Candy, I got 2 of those. Black Hole, I got 2 of those. Beach Ball, I got 2 of those. Rio, I got 2 of those. Flag, 2 of those. A one-of-a-kind turquoise stone, 2 of those. And then Deep Sea Dive, I got 3 of them, and I think I was planning on using them for something in that Curious Mermaid or something, maybe. But then she has this one color, it's called Goldfinch, and it is the prettiest gold color. So I got 4 of those. And then I got the thread pack for To All a Good Night by Lindy Stitches. Which I have the pattern, and I saw that they had a thread pack for it, so I'm like, I'm gonna see how much that runs. Oh, what's it called? To All a Good Night. It is this one. It says To All a Good Night. So I got the Forbidden Fiber Co. flosses. Did I say Fiberlicious? It's Forbidden Fiber Co. Wow. Yeah, it's Forbidden Fiber Co. What am I thinking? I don't know. So I got that thread pack, then those 2 pre-orders, and all that floss. So I'll get it all in June. And then that one, and I think that's it. So with those Curious Mermaids, or the mermaids, the Autumn Land Stitchery mermaids, I was trying to figure out what fabric I had. So I'm gonna use this. This is where I got the Fiberlicious. This is called Secret Garden. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use each half of this, like this half is big enough for one, and this half is bigger for the other one. So I'm gonna do them side by side. Well, I'm gonna use this fabric for both. If I can get them all on one scroll frame, I will. If not, I'll just have to do 2 frames, and because I want to stitch them kind of at the same time. So there we go. This is called Secret Garden, and it's Fiberlicious. So that's what I'm gonna do for that. I think that's it. That's it. I haven't really done anything else. I don't really have any plans. I have to actually start working on these restarts though. And then I gotta figure out what's an easy one to take to where, oh, I'm off work next week. I don't have to worry about that. I'll be working on stuff next week for sure. So that's it for this week. I will for sure actually edit my video. I'm gonna hold this one up one more time because I really like it. And then this is obviously what it looks like when it's done. So there we go. I will see you guys next time. And next week will be my birthday. And I asked my mom for an Aquarium Adventure gift card. So hopefully I get an Aquarium Adventure gift card. Bye. Hey guys, it's Saturday morning, or now. I realized I forgot one of my pieces of haul. Oh, my nose just fell. I did order one more pattern from Etsy. And I forgot to say something about it. I got the Millennium Falcon from Nikki Pattern. I've had this one in my wish list for a while, and it was on sale for like $3 or something. So it's, I think, 9 colors or 7 colors. of black and gray. So I had to get it. And I think that's really it. Getting out my Annie's Keepers to put all my floss on things. So that's it. Okay, guys, back again. I realized while I was taking pictures of my stuff today, so I'd be ready for next week, that I forgot to mention something about my Bluey stitch along. So I always grid my fabric. And on this one, since the squares are essentially 26 by 26, and the characters aren't that big, there's a lot of open space in all of the squares. So this time is my first time where I'm not gridding the whole thing. I made my grid lines and I counted off of them so I know where the edge is, but I'm not fully gridding. So my squares will be empty until I stitch the little guys. So I figured I would mention that. I have also, I got the Nitka Barbara Anna tree, the Christmas tree, and it's specifically for Nitka, and I got it as a kit, and it came with blue linen, and it looks very nice, and I've never done linen before, and I think I'm gonna try to use that blue linen because it's such a nice linen. So I'm gonna give that a go, but it's not gonna be anytime soon. But there we go, because you can't really grid. I guess I could grid on linen. I've never done linen, so I don't know. I'll probably do the same thing where I will grid, like I'll make my midline and then count off of that so I know that everything will be centered. But there we go. Now back to doing what I was doing. So I'll see you later.